You've seen them, right? Those super fast life advice videos. They hit you with all this motivation, but poof, they're gone in a flash. So today, we're going to do something different. We're going to take one of those 16-second bursts of wisdom and actually slow it down, turning it into a real, practical framework for your ideal day.
And boom, there it is. The whole thing crammed into one long, breathless sentence. It's like, go to sleep early, wake up early, spend the first few hours, and on and on. Whoa, hang on. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, isn't it? I mean, it's all great advice, but it's just total information overload. You're left standing there thinking, okay, so what do I actually do with that?
And that right there, that's the real challenge. Information, it's everywhere. That's the easy part. But building an actual routine, that's hard. So the big question is, how in the world do you take this stream of good intentions and turn it into a practical, repeatable day? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're going to do right now. Let's build a real schedule out of this chaos. All right, let's start with part one, winning tomorrow, tonight. This is all about the foundation. And what's so cool about this approach is that your perfect day, it doesn't actually start when your alarm goes off. Nope, it starts the night before. Think about it. The very first thing on that list was go to sleep early. And this isn't just about not feeling tired. No, it's a totally strategic move. Everything else that follows, waking up early, having the energy to exercise, being sharp enough to work on your own goals, literally all of it depends on this one single action. It's the keystone. It's the first domino that has to fall for all the others to follow. Okay, foundation is set. You've won the night. Now for part two, your golden hours. This is all about claiming the morning, and trust me, this is where you find your superpower for the rest of the day. So, the advice gives us this simple but incredibly powerful 1-2 punch. First, you wake up early. Bam, you've created the time. Then, step two, you immediately use those first few hours to work on your own goals, before you start working for anyone else. This order is everything. You're using your best energy, your peak willpower, before the day has a chance to wear you down. You're basically paying yourself first, but with your focus. And this just shows you what the #1 priority is, your own goals. Before the emails start piling up, before the meetings, before the chaos of the day really kicks in, your focus is on your ambition. You know, some people call this deep work. And by carving out this time first thing, you're building a fortress around your most valuable mental energy, saving it for what truly matters to you. This routine makes that time sacred. It's non-negotiable. Okay, so you've already put your best energy into your biggest goals. That's huge. But now what? How do you keep that momentum going all day? Well, that brings us to section 3, how to fuel your day. And this is all about playing the long game. Now, when we say fuel, I want you to think bigger than just your morning coffee or breakfast. This idea of fuel is way more holistic. It's about everything that keeps you going, that stimulates you. We're talking about intentionally recharging your body, your mind, and yeah, even your soul, all throughout the day. And here they are, the daily fueling activities, pulled straight from that original list. You've got exercise, that's for your body. You've got spending time in nature, that clears your head. You've got reading daily, that's for your mind. And contacting loved ones, that's for your heart, for your soul. See how it's a complete toolkit? It's a balanced diet of activities designed to keep you at your best, not just for that first hour, but for the entire day. All right, so our personal work is done, our energy tanks are topped up, now the focus starts to shift outward. This brings us to part 4, connect and create. This is where we start talking about purpose and ambition and connecting all these small daily actions to a much, much bigger picture.
Now, there was a really specific piece of advice in there. If you're self-employed, create content. I think this is so important. This isn't just about a hobby or a side project. Today, for so many people, creation is the engine of their work. It's how you put your ideas out into the world, how you build your reputation, how you connect with people. It's the tangible proof of your ambition.
And then you get this simple 2-word command that powers everything. Dream big. This isn't just another thing that check off your to-do list, right? This is the whole mindset. It's the North Star for all the other habits. Why are you waking up early? Why are you protecting that time to work on your goals? Why bother creating anything? Because you're dreaming big. This is the why that fuels all the way. And so we finally reached the end of our ideal day. This brings us to our last section, reflect and recharge. And the key here is that we're not just crashing on the couch, we're winding down with actual intention. So at the end of the day, this advice presents us with a really clear choice. It's almost like a battle, a battle between inward focus and outward distraction. In one corner, you've got journaling. And in the other corner, you have what's become the default for so many of us, just high screen time. It's pretty clear which one we're being nudged towards.
And here's why that choice is so crucial. Journaling, that's an active thing. You're taking the day's events and turning them into actual lessons. But lowering your screen time, that's more of a defensive move. You're protecting your mind from all that extra noise and stimulation. And what's really cool is how this brings us full circle. Because protecting your peace at night, that's what helps you nail that very first rule we talked about. Go to sleep early.
So there you have it. We took a 16-second blur of advice and turned it into a structured, repeatable day. We started with winning the night before, and we ended with reflecting with real intention. Which leaves me with one final question for you. Looking at this whole framework, all these different pieces, which single rule, if you really truly mastered it, would completely transform your day?